Tēnā koutou katoa. Nau mai ki tēnei hui whakanui i te hunga. Ka whakapōtaihia e tu whariwananga o Tamaki Makaurau. Nō reira, nau mai, heiari mai, tēnā koutou katoa. Good afternoon, Huan Ying. Welcome to Graduation Week at the University of Auckland. This ceremony will see graduates from the Faculty of Science. The formal proceedings will begin very shortly, and you'll be invited to stand as your graduates enter and process to their seats. They will be followed by the academic staff and finally our official party, which includes our Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and guest speaker. Please remain standing during that time. During the ceremony, please do feel free to take photographs, but don't stand in the aisles to do this. And now would be the best time for you to switch your mobile phones to silent, please. At the end of the ceremony, you will all be invited to sing the national anthem for the first time with your new graduates. Everyone will then process out, and you and your graduates can move up into the main BNZ foyer, which is one level above this stage level. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see that your graduates are here. Please stand.
Ramaira, kata ngā tauira, putano ai te ao, kata koutou ki te tihi o tō koutou mātaurange. Haere mai, haere mai, haere maira.
Please be seated. Inga mana, inga reo, inga hoi wha. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, special guests, graduands, family, whānau and supporters. As Chancellor of the University of Auckland, I extend a warm welcome to you all on behalf of the University Council members and the staff of the University. This is a meeting of the Council of the University of Auckland at which the Pro-Chancellor and I will confer diplomas and award degrees in the Faculty of Science. Graduation is a time for celebrating success. Today you will experience the pomp and tradition of this ancient ceremony and the recognition befitting your success on your well-deserved day of celebration. Like your family and friends gathered here, we are very proud of all your achievements and look forward to your lifelong involvement as members of the University of Auckland family. Of course, graduation represents much more than just a day of celebration. Your qualification from this university will have a lifetime impact on you, your family, and the community at large. We know that compared to those whose formal education ends in high school, graduates have lower unemployment rates, higher salaries, better career prospects, and better health outcomes. Your university experience and the qualifications gained at university will thus add real value to you and the lives of those around you. The fact that our university can add value in these ways reflects the abilities and achievements of our staff and students. In the Faculty of Science, Professor Margaret Brimble was named a Dame Companion of the New Zealand Order. In May last year, Dame Brimble was also elected a Fellow of the Royal Society of London for her contributions to synthetic organic chemistry, the first New Zealand-based woman scientist to join the ranks of the world's oldest scientific organisation. Professor Christian Hartinger was awarded the 2019 Australian and New Zealand Society for Mass Spectrometry Morrison Medal. The award reflects his pioneering research into the development of organometallic anti-cancer agents. Professor Richard Laheron received the International Geographical Union Laureate d'Honneur by the International Geographical Union Commission. The award was established to recognise individuals who have achieved particular distinction or who have rendered outstanding service in the work of the Union or in international geography and environmental research. Distinguished Professor Marston Conda was awarded the Jones Medal by the Royal Society Te Aoparangi for his lifetime achievement and leadership in mathematics. Marston is a world authority on the mathematics of symmetry and chirality in discrete structures, especially those with maximum possible symmetry in their class. And Associate Professor Rochelle Constantine was the inaugural winner of the Sir Peter Blake Trust Environment Award for her work in marine research and conservation. Her campaign to increase protection for the Hauraki Gulf whale population led to slower speeds for large vessels, dramatically reducing the number of whales injured or killed by ship strike. In order to ensure that we can continue to achieve successes like these and to enhance our contribution to future generations of graduates and to our nation, the university must do three things. First, we need to attract students of high academic potential and give them an outstanding academic and extracurricular experience. In this respect, we are doing very well. The proportion of students entering the university with a high grade point average is growing each year, and we produce outstanding students just like you. Second, we need to attract, develop and retain outstanding staff. This we are doing as illustrated by the achievements I described earlier. Many of our staff are world leaders in their fields, and you will have been privileged to learn from and work with them. It is no coincidence that in the QS World Rankings of University Subjects, the University of Auckland came top in New Zealand in 37 of the 41 subjects ranked, and we don't even teach 2 of them. And third, we need to create the kind of academic environment and facilities that support and encourage excellence. To this end, the university has been investing heavily in its campus renewal program so as to ensure that we do provide facilities of genuinely international quality. Many of you will graduate today with a first qualification, and you will be rightly proud of that achievement. However, I also want you to reflect on the ongoing learning opportunities and the wide range of postgraduate options available to you at this university. You must never rest on your laurels in a challenging and ever-changing world, but rather be prepared to embrace change and new technology and make the most of the opportunities presented to you. Although it may seem a daunting prospect right now, further study and learning is inevitable for all of us as the world changes around us at an ever-accelerating pace. Whatever path you follow, I urge you, as alumni of New Zealand's leading university, to never forget your alma mater, your university. We rely on our graduates for support, moral, political, and financial. But today is your day, with the focus firmly on your achievement. At this ceremony, we honour your success, along with the support of your family, whānau, and others who have sustained you through your studies. I congratulate you and trust that you will long cherish the memories of your graduation today. It is my pleasure to welcome our guest speaker today, Associate Professor Nicola Gaston. Physicist Nicola Gaston is at the helm of one of New Zealand's most influential science organisations. She is co-director of the MacDiarmid Institute for Advanced Materials and Nanotechnology, a New Zealand centre for research excellence. Nicola Gaston is also an associate professor at the University of Auckland's Physics Department. Professor Gaston works in the field of nanotechnology, the science of everything that is made of matter at the atomic scale. Her work is at the leading edge of science to deliver a better understanding of the world around us. Amongst her many accolades, Nicola was awarded the Computational and Mathematical Methods in Science and Engineering Prize in 2016 for her work on the properties of atomic cluster. The challenges facing the world today, climate change, clean water, renewable energy, will be solved by tomorrow's scientists, many of whom are in this room. They will need new materials and nanotechnology, and that's the work of Nicola Gaston and the country's best scientists working together at the MacDiarmid Institute. Please welcome outstanding scientist, Associate Professor Nicholas Gaston to the stage.
E ngā mana, e ngā reo, ro rangatira mā, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, members of the University, graduands, families and friends. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be here to celebrate with you today. I feel a bit self-conscious, actually, speaking here as a member of staff of this university. I can see a couple of graduands on my way in who were students in my lectures not very long ago, and I feel like they might feel if they've heard everything they want to from me. But I can promise I'm not going to talk about quantum mechanics. I'm not going to talk so much about science itself, because I'm very conscious now of a different aspect of my relationship with this university, because not so very long ago, I was sitting where you all are, graduating with my honours degree. I have to confess I don't remember anything of the graduation speech. The thing that stands out most from that period of time, a few weeks earlier, I quit the job at the cafe I'd been working at through university, making sandwiches and coffee, and the owner sort of got a bit sniffy when I said, oh, I'm going to go do a PhD. I've actually got a scholarship. They're going to pay me to study now. And he said, oh, no, nobody ever makes any money doing science, he said. This was a man who'd been paying me minimum wage for a couple of years. But when it comes down to it, you know better, as indeed I did. Investing in tertiary education does pay off. OECD data suggests that there's a private rate of return on your investment that's around 10%. In addition to that, there's a public return on investment, which is about the same magnitude. Even more substantial and significant, I think, though, are the intangible benefits to society that tertiary education provides. And it's that I'd like to sort of focus on in talking to you today, if you'll bear with me. We're here to award you degrees, and it's interesting to think about what that exactly means. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, one definition of a degree is one of the divisions marked on the scale of a measuring instrument. Or we could look at a definition of the word graduation. That's the action of dividing into degrees or other proportionate division on a graduated scale. And these are very logical definitions, but is the university merely an instrument of measurement? And hopefully you can all guess that I'm here to tell you otherwise. One of the defining characteristics of a university, which many of you will have heard of, is the concept of research-led teaching. It can be traced back to ideas put forward by Wilhelm von Humboldt, who argued for the value of combining both the arts and the sciences, and teaching and research within a holistic enterprise, within which we're all able to learn from each other. So the collective expertise of my colleagues up here on the stage is made available to students through research-led teaching. It's more than that, though. And as a scientist, I find it a model for teaching that's really deeply embedded in scientific ideals, because it presents knowledge as something that we all aspire to learn through research and scholarship, rather than as a static body of facts to be transmitted unchallenged. But today I'd like to sort of invert this model to think a little bit more about the other side of it. In this model, as much as our teaching is research-led, our research is what we might call teaching-led. In your time at the university, you've contributed to the creation of knowledge in every lecture you've attended, through every question you have asked, and even at times, I would argue, if you frown at just the right moment, you make your lecturer think that little bit more about what they're saying. The jury might be out a little on how video recordings fit into this. Turning up to lectures is important. But where I've come to, looking at the way we teach and the central role that students play in both the generation and dissemination of knowledge, is that this Humboldtian version of the university is one that centres the importance of listening and of learning from the experiences of others. One might even say, and yes, I am going to, that the university in this way is one of the earliest forms of social media. Now, this might just be an analogy. It may even be a contentious analogy. But it's one we can learn quite a lot from, in my opinion. For a start, I think we can all agree that a university works very poorly when driven by clicks, likes, upvotes, page hits, or any other simplistic metric. And as we've learned from social media, there are challenges in keeping communication balanced within the university. Particular voices can become overly dominant, poorly chosen metrics can exacerbate this. What we teach has context, and just as on social media, it's listening to the way that information is received and interpreted by others that can actually lead us to interrogate what we know in ways that lead to new understanding. So my preferred form of social media is Twitter. And the reason I like it is exactly this, the ability to learn from the experiences of others in ways I never would in my own narrow, limited set of experiences. I'm also an unrepentant fan of emoji, and until recently I used to sign off a considerable number of my tweets with the OK emoji. I don't do that anymore. I don't do it not because the OK hand sign is universally identified with white supremacy. There are a lot of us who only learnt that connection in the last year or two, but it's enough that it has that symbolism to some people. And I do think that it's those of us who are least likely to be exposed to the hate made manifest in white supremacy who have the greatest need and responsibility to listen and to learn from the experiences of others. And it's this ability to learn, to create knowledge collectively, that is the greatest attribute of a university. And so the key message I want to leave you with here is that this does not end today. Graduation is not an end, it's the beginning of something new. The Education Act of 1989 defines what a university is in New Zealand, and in particular, it introduces the need for universities to accept a role as critic and conscience of society. But whose conscience are we? The Act says society. And so this isn't really something that we can do without listening to society, which means those of you graduating today, and equally, all of your family members, all of your friends who've come here to celebrate with you. We need, as a university community, to listen to society if we're able to fulfil this role of acting as critic and conscience. And so, as you leave this building today, please do so, knowing that this is still your university and that this is not the end of your engagement with us. We will still look to you for leadership, and this is a beginning of that. Nō reira, nō mai, haere mai, piki mai. Tēnā tātou katoa.
Nicola, thank you so much for sharing that with us. This is a meeting of council and convocation of the university at which the Pro-Chancellor Cecilia Tarrant and I will be awarding diplomas and conferring degrees. I invite the Pro-Chancellor to award the diplomas and confer the degrees in the first half of this ceremony.
By the authority vested in me by resolution of the University of Auckland Council, I, Cecilia Tarrant, Pro-Chancellor, award the diplomas and confer the degrees stated upon those who, within the Faculty of Science, have satisfied the requirements of this university.
I call upon the Associate Dean Academic of the Faculty of Science, Associate Professor Duncan McGilvray, to present graduands in that faculty.
Pro-Chancellor, as Associate Dean Academic, I have the honour of presenting to you the students qualified for the award of a diploma or conferment of a degree in the Faculty of Science. To the degree of Bachelor of Science, Emma MacDonald. Molly Rose MacDonald. Scott Ian Mackey. Krishna Mysurya. Alan Mayor. Christian Magasiva Malatai. Blake James Malley. Pratibhan Mani. Aaron James Mansfield. Benjamin Mansfield. Malasaini Vatasha Jurina Manukia. Callum Ma. Thomas Daniel Mathers. Craig Andrew McCarthy. Moya and Sina McCarthy Allen. Cole Harrison McConnell. Eloise Constance McCullough. Alex Brian McDonald. Catherine Ariel Rose McDougall. Lloyd Alexander McInnes. Callum George McIntyre. Bryn Norman Baxter McIver. Mark Anthony McLaren. O'Hara Marie McLennan. Jade Rosa McQuoid. Haley Cherie Mercer. Anastasia Jane Minai. Lucy I. Mitsugi Mahati. Nur Aina Muhammad. Ghazal Mohammadian. Shakil Muhammad. Kennedy Morgan. Aidan Joseph Morris. Andre Tupara Morrison. Amanda Jane Mueller. Iselda Mulder. Cody William John Mullins. Brandon Munford. Laura Murphy. Amit Murthy. Tarunesh Nair. Lucy Nelson. Whitney Page Nelson. Michael Nepkin. Sarah Ann Newbold. Vanessa Ng. Nguyen Kak Tien. Nguyen Huang Khan Lin. Seongguk No. Deanna Norgrove. Stephen Henry O'Connell. Erin Gertruden O'Donnell. Jonathan Grant O'Donnell. Emma Lan O'Keefe. Kyla Osborne. Francesca Austin. James Owens. April Paliza. Jahan Michael Panchia. Tristan Pang. Boone Panthalani. Cha-Jin Park. Chan-hee Park. Kyung-hoon Park. Anjali Pasod. Abhishek Patel. Danisha Patel. Janki Prakash Patel. Karishma Patel. Krishna Patel. Krishna Patel. Sahil Patel. Vanessa Patel. Gershan Brintha Reuben Paul. Declan Luke Peach. Monique Olivia Peaty. Jia-Jin Pei. Lucia Zora Victoria Pirich. James Peters. Natasha Lily Peters. William Andre Petit. Anne-Marie Michelle Pham. Fung Pham. Emma Caroline Filson. Hannah Louise Pike. Shanae Marissa Pillay. Denzel Pineda. Dustin Pineda. Joshua Herbie J. Plummer. Tegan Poll. Kobana Pubalasingam. Andra Stefana Popper. Joshua Andrew Power. Charles Andrew Price. Shanae Priscillin. Samuel Robert Purdy. Clinton Chin. Ryan Paul Alexander Quinn. P.S. Qureshi. Shaden Taikato Rahiri. Lee Rahman. Amrit Singh Rai. Hamish Ram. Jashika Shivanyi Ram. Senior Scholar in Science, Liam Patrick Ransley. Prashant Rao. Hannah Urupikia Rapata. Siddharth Rafishankar. Connor Riley. Maria Andrea Arascada Reyes. Sean Michael Richards. Samantha Rickard. Callan Mary Isabel Roberts. Evan Aaron Robinson. Patricia Maria Isabel Sevilla Rodriguez. Stacey Romeo. Leo Roper. Kirsten Roth. Courtney Jane Rouse. Tasneem Saldan. Anmol Sandhu. Anmoldeep Sangha. Megumi Sarwatri. Sachi Sato. Christiane Scott. Isabel Jones Scott. Dean Matthew Scratchard. Sha Chuan Yu. Shweta Shrista Shah. Shao Hui Yu. Kelvin Shelwell. Aaron Shun. Jean Shun. Oscar Alexander Shepperson. Yiming Shi. Terry Mintak Shin. Anthony Sharp. Munho Stephen Hsu. Ryan Willem Silk. Sean Sinclair. Jaskaran Singh Bangu. Alex Singh. Kaljinder Singh. Nicole Singh. Shiwei Situ. Randolph Witherow Slocum. Mark Smith. Rodney James Richard Snell. Himanshu Soma. Ji Su. Oh, yes. Michael Ryan Soph. Ji Su Song. Quinn Sorensen. Warren Dales Rosario Soriano. Juliet Sewell. Sharon Stanley. Zach Stark. Sarah Catherine Stenning McCullough. Elliot Edward Stevens. Nicholas Douglas Stewart. Ryan Edward Stickland. Elizabeth Stone. Matthew David Strain. Han Yi Isabel Shu. Jin Cheng Shu. Ming Jun Shu. Xian Chi Su. Florian Suez. Davina Suendro. Jamie Sun. Ming Wei Sun. Zijun Sun. Luke Sussex. Christine Sutton. Matthew Zechariah Zuantika. Michael Swafford. Joshua Simmons. Ramya Prabha Taluri. Alan Tang. Senior Scholar in Science, Yuan Tang. Jia Yi Tang. Kefi Giovanni Tang. Kevin Tang. Yu Ping Tang. Priscilla Carolina Tanujaja. Oliver Tattersall. Meryl Francis Taylor. Michael Raymond Daniel Taylor-Innes. Jonathan Matthew Templeton. Jose Alfonso Macasina Gatinadero. Brooke Theobald. Sean Christopher Petrus Tolan. Philippa Danielle Stratton Thompson. Mitchell John Thornton. Dancel Rose Siakia. Jason Tijono. Alice Tilley. William Tilsey. Ebony Tippene. Claudia Priscilla Chandra. Samuel George Tohill. Jodie Tong. Andrea Patricia Top. Shivan Tripathi. Waiching Soy. Sa'ala Tapaita Whakaola I Kaliti Dukuta. Chad Tariana Toure. Christopher William Turner. Emily Twort. Shivani Tiagi. Andy Orn. Kepoali Vaipulu. Marara Titiata Trinche Van Buren. Mani Kaharangi Van Dalen. Kaya Mandela Van Deventer Hollands. Rebecca Gale Van Dort. Pebble Kimberly Varela. Judy Varghese. Samantha Rose Vega. Kate Kylie Velasco. Achita Verma. Jaden Navneet Van Agen. Jasper Thomas Finning. Ali Wahid. Danielle Waiari. Olia Wan. Wan Yun Shan. Beidi Wang. Haishin Wang. Wang Ge, Shiqi Wang, Shushan Wang, Wang Qiani, Senior Scholar in Science, Wang Yurong. Xiaoquan Wang. Zhenxi Wang. Lauren Emma Watson. Jessica Elizabeth Wiedenberg. Sasha Louisa Welsh. Hannah Elizabeth Wellman. Wan Tao Hao. Joshua Warwick Waitley. Zach Meikle John Whiting. Kyle Adam Wink. David Hohepa Tonga Williams. Dominique Williams. Samantha Rose Williams. Jane Alice Elizabeth Wilton. Geordie Winlove. Anthony Wong. Jessica Wong. Rebecca Grace Wong. Tin Ray Wong. Dong Hyung Woo. Sang Hee Woo. Karen Wood. Jack William George Woodley. Tom Wallapoot Woodman. Senior Scholar in Science, Anna Kathleen Worthington. Carl Robert Wright. Jessie Wu. Kurt Wu. Laura Yonghui Wu. Chinyi Wu. Wu Yiwen. Munhui Shuao. Wei Long Xi. Zheting Xi. Catherine Xu. De Xu. Xu Laodan. Xu Yang Xu. Vivian Xu. Yang Qi Xu. Ren Qi Yang. Dong Yuan Yong. Xin Xian Yong. Lisha Yong.
Thank you, Pro-Chancellor, for awarding the diplomas and conferring the degrees in the first half of this ceremony. One of the great pleasures of graduation is the opportunity to hear performances by students from our acclaimed School of Music. Zoe Stenhouse-Burgess on flute will now perform Fantasia No. 7 in D major for solo flute by George Philip Tellerman. Thank you, Zoe, for that wonderful performance. By the authority vested in me by resolution of the University of Auckland Council, I, Scott St John, Chancellor, award the diplomas and confer the degrees stated upon those who within the Faculty of Science have satisfied the requirements of this university. I now call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Science, Professor John Hosking, to present further graduands in that faculty.
To the degree of Bachelor of Science, Eugene Yole. Grace Yap. Olga Yarinskaya. Colin Shi Hao Yao. Jeremy Jun Hao Yao. Tai Yi. Xu Yiyang. Yuan Yun. Daniel Yao. Joshua Yuritich. Mihir Zafiri. Ying Zhai. Daniel Zhang. Daikun Zhang. Xingrui Zhang. Lily Zhang. Zhang Ruofeng. Shongjie Zhang. Xia Ying Zhang. Yiting Zhang. Yisun Zhang. Haoyuan Zhou. Zhao Yu. Xiaoxin Zhong. Judy Zhong. Yifan Zhong. Enyu Zhou. Jonathan Zhou. Justin Zhou. Yvonne Zhou. Songyang Zhu. Postgraduate Diploma in Forensic Science with distinction, Emily Rose McFarlane. Jessamay Poplowski. Postgraduate Diploma in Forensic Science with merit, Nicholas Alexander Boot. Niha Nandini Kumar. Georgia Nicol. Nia Wang. Postgraduate Diploma in Forensic Science, Chao He. Tokilupi ta umele hei orphan unu. Postgraduate Diploma in Science with distinction, Stephanie Rachel Sarah Matheson in Psychology. Sophie May Roberts in Marine Science. Rochelle Rogers in Environmental Science. Hayley Roos in Biosecurity and Conservation. Postgraduate Diploma in Science with Merit, Mona Narosi in Psychology. Pia Pahan in Food Science. Divya Nandani Ragabua in Psychology. Gloria Regina Roma in Environmental Science. Shilam Shivani in Biological Sciences. Deepti Singh in Wine Science. Yuan Ding in Food Science. Postgraduate Diploma in Science, Kronya Lupe Fuvali Paya in Biological Sciences. Puvitharan Prabhaharan in Food Science. Jalak Raval in Computer Science. Pamanot Gurmay Rida in Environmental Science. Prajay Saikia in Food Science. Rupa Thacker in Clinical Exercise Physiology. Niraj Narendra Torawani in Food Science. Yinging Yan in Food Science. Wingzhe Seraph Yip in Biosecurity and Conservation. To the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours with First Class Honours. Emma Rose Applegate in Biological Sciences. Talia Lindsay Babbage in Exercise Sciences. Darren Baharitsky in Psychology. Maria Carmela Alinia Basabas in Psychology. Abigail Bokor in Pharmacology and a Bachelor of Science. Akancha Pia Brutto in Psychology. Daniel Robert McCallum Clyde in Chemistry. Kate Frances Cocker in Earth Sciences. Gong Shidun in Statistics and a Bachelor of Science. University Postgraduate Scholar Samuel Alexander Dobson in Computer Science. University Postgraduate Scholar Shintaro Fushida Hardy in Mathematics. University Postgraduate Scholar Caleb Gemmell in Physics. Adrian Mary Jin in Psychology. Rebecca Lucy Goff in Biological Sciences. University Postgraduate Scholar Benjamin Halstead in Computer Science. University Postgraduate Scholar Chloe Sarah Howard in Psychology. University Postgraduate Scholar Hamish Huggard in Computer Science. Mariam Kahi in Psychology. Eleanor Kearns in Chemistry. University Postgraduate Scholar Aaron Keesing in Computer Science. Byung Chan Lim in Psychology. Yuzhao Liu in Computer Science. Athena Makababad in Psychology. University Postgraduate Scholar Alexandra Meyer in Chemistry. University Postgraduate Scholar Ravnat Kaur Banwait Minderjit Singh in Food Science. Thomas Nairn in Computer Science. Kunwu Park in Chemistry. Luca Paul Poser in Medicinal Chemistry and a Bachelor of Science. William Mackay Martin Price in Geography. Rima Soroy in Psychology. Tanvi Sharma in Psychology. University Postgraduate Scholar Ross Aaron Shillito in Physics. Kevin Carson Stately in Physics. Thomas Francis Stolberger in Earth Sciences. Erin Stroud in Biological Sciences. University Postgraduate Scholar Mac Ramsey Townsend in Statistics and a Bachelor of Science. Danja Vik Sakovic in Physiology, I beg your pardon. Sydney Vari in Physiology. Joni Renee White in Biological Sciences. Amy Lucille Wiltshire in Psychology. Andy Wong in Medicinal Chemistry. University Postgraduate Scholar Zoe Wolfe in Physiology. Jungyang Xu in Medicinal Chemistry and a Bachelor of Science. Annie Yang in Biological Sciences. University Postgraduate Scholar Olivia Yates in Psychology. Wing Fung Yung in Psychology. Rebecca Zheng in Medicinal Chemistry. To the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours with Second Class Honours First Division, Liam Barber in Physics. Lucas Churn in Statistics. Li Wei Chin in Geography. Christine Louis Espanto in Computer Science. Julia Gaston in Statistics and a Bachelor of Science. Ashira Gunatalaki in Psychology. Luther Hare in Statistics. Shivan Kumar Maheshwari in Statistics. Michelle Stephanie Pangestu in Psychology. Wing QC in Food Science. Afu Halaivalu Mama Inali Tafu in Psychology. Courtney Williams in Biological Sciences and a Bachelor of Science. To the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours with Second Class Honours Second Division, Nishalini G. Krishnamurthy in Psychology. Sandy Gatwood in Geography. To the degree of Master of Professional Studies with First Class Honours, Rowan Herbert in Mathematics Education. Pranil Kumar in Food Safety. Junhao Lee in Data Science. Mylene Matic-Mira in Food Safety. To the degree of Master of Professional Studies with Second Class Honours, First Division, Stephen Robert Nicholas Connor in Data Science. Han Chian in Data Science. Mohammed Mustafa Halal in Digital Security. Jae-hyun Kim in Digital Security. Shang-Ning Chi in Data Science. To the degree of Master of Professional Studies with Second Class Honours, Second Division, Musasami Atta Abdul Rahman in Data Science. Babu Hashli Bhagavathi Parambath in Data Science. Anirudh Menon in Digital Security. Dambo Wong in Digital Security. Yidong Wong in Data Science. To the degree of Master of Professional Studies, Aishwarya Datrak in Digital Security. To the degree of Master of Speech Language Therapy Practice with First Class Honours, Vanessa Goodall. Nadia Mintel. Ryan Joseph Harry Meechan. Abigail Samuel. To the degree of Master of Speech Language Therapy Practice with Second Class Honours, First Division, Jessie Ella Abrahams. Sujay Barua. Brendan Carr. Shillan Renee Dick. Ritzi Simone Harewood. Shirmei Hafano. Abby Jacobson. Leah Turner. Mungsun Ye. To the degree of Master of Speech Language Therapy Practice with Second Class Honours, Second Division, Nicole Sarah Amy Liley. Shofia Ola.
I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to present the doctoral graduands.
Chancellor, I have the honour of presenting to you the doctoral graduands. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, University Doctoral Scholar, Marie Harete Martinison in Psychology. Through the study of friendships between women, Marie's thesis mapped out the competing demands that women undertake in managing their personal relationships, acknowledging that romantic and familial relationships often take precedence. The everyday experiences of togetherness for women friends was put forward as a fruitful site of study for the exploration of relational life identities. Congratulations. Dorothy Jean McCoubrey in Environmental Science. Dorothy Jean used the case study of vibriosis disease among oyster eaters to consider the multiple and complex relationships between science, biological actors such as bacteria and oysters, and food safety actors such as industry and government agencies. The results identified new ways of defining, formulating and implementing food safety policy. Congratulations. Emily Rose Mears in Biological Sciences. Emily's PhD was focused on Huntington's disease, a tragic inherited neurodegenerative disorder. Her aim was to identify the critical biochemical changes leading to the characteristic neuronal loss in patients. She discovered a fundamental effect on the urea cycle, which has since revealed a pharmaceutical therapeutic strategy that is now being tested in animal trials. Emily. University doctoral scholar Sarah Meidinger in Biological Sciences. Sarah investigated the molecular mechanisms in human skin when it heals abnormally and forms keloid scars. These scars form tumours that continue to grow and invade the skin like a cancer. Sarah identified a novel cell type involved in forming keloid scars, as well as molecules implicated in causing the cells to behave abnormally. Ultimately, Sarah's findings could lead to new targeted therapies for keloid scarring. Sarah. University doctoral scholar Victor Florentino Miranda Soberanis in Statistics. Victor's thesis proposed a new class of regression models for time series that offers much flexibility over existing frameworks. He implemented these ideas in the R statistical software language, meaning that other users can now make use of this new methodology. Victor was also able to develop extensions such as two-parameter canonical link functions and quantile regression for one-parameter distributions. Congratulations. Georgia Miskell in chemistry. Georgia used low-cost sensor devices to measure air pollution, with real-time network analysis methods used successfully to both detect and correct measurements, which is currently a major pain point in this field. Her research took her many places, with the final stage seeing a network of over 100 sensors placed around Los Angeles with the assistance of their Air Management Board. Georgia, congratulations. Diana del Carmen Montenegro Villalobos in Biological Sciences. Diana developed and validated methodologies using spotted robust triple fin as bioindicators of marine pollution. She used a series of molecular, histological and physiological measurements to evaluate their health status from different sites in Auckland. In addition, she developed a novel alternative to assessing pollution without harming the animals, using bacteria from fish tissue. Diana, congratulations. Sanam Movasaji in chemistry. Sanam's project focused on the development of anti-cancer metallopharmaceuticals. She designed hybrid compounds where the metal centre carries modified bioactive ligands, which results in a multi-targeted mode of action. The new complexes more effectively entered cancer cells than analogous complexes. Investigations on the biological properties confirmed their potential for development as anti-cancer agents. Congratulations, Anna. Mansa Naira in forensic science. Mansa explored new ways to sample and detect methamphetamine in air as a supplementary method to testing contaminated surfaces. She also studied different methods to effectively break down methamphetamine, which may lead to new ways to safely decontaminate meth houses. Congratulations. Smitha Unikrishnan Nair in Biological Sciences. Smitha looked at a group of enzymes called matrix metalloproteinases that are involved in chronic wounds. Utilising nanofibrils prepared from 3 different protein sources, she discovered that they could reduce the activity of these enzymes. This showed that protein nanofibrils have potential as a dressing material to aid the wound healing process. Congratulations. University doctoral scholar Tina Nee in Biological Sciences. Tina characterised a novel model of type 2 diabetes that overexpresses a hormone called amylin in the pancreas. She studied the expression in the brain of genes that are involved in the signalling of hormones that control appetite and metabolism to see what changes may underlie the development of obesity and diabetes. Tina. Nina Igorevna Novikova in chemistry. Nina studied the properties of novel photoactive molecules called boron porphyrins. She showed that unusual structural features exhibited by those molecules significantly change their behaviour after the absorption of light. Nina's work enhanced our understanding of the fundamental relationships between the structure of boron porphyrin molecules and their properties, so improving the way that we design smart molecular materials. Nina. Anna Radionova in physics. Anna studied fluid dynamics and mixing processes in binary microfluidic systems under static electric fields. She estimated a range of reaction times that could be achieved with the use of theta-channel glass capillaries. Results of her research can help in the study of conformational changes and binding process of proteins on the micro to millisecond timescale, which are important for the understanding of protein structure and function. Anna. Anand Rampadarath in mathematics. Anand looked at the computational complexity associated with including rich muscle behaviour into mathematical models of airways in the lung. He studied the complex interactions between the airway smooth muscle and the airway wall. The method he developed to reduce this complexity has the potential to be used to develop more realistic simulations of respiratory diseases such as asthma. Congratulations. University doctoral scholar Natalia Samarow in psychology. Natalia examined theory of mind, the ability to understand the emotions and thoughts of other people, in healthy older adults and individuals with Parkinson's disease. Her research showed that the ability to read the social cues of others is more preserved in both groups than was previously thought. With ageing, more face-to-face social interaction improves understanding of how others are feeling. Natalia, congratulations. Jeffrey Sutanto Tang in food science. Blueberry consumption is believed to benefit cardiovascular health. However, the active compounds conferring the beneficial effects are unclear. Jeffrey's research identified a group of compounds called the phenolic acids in the blood circulation after blueberry consumption. He showed that they can positively affect a number of biochemical and physiological processes that are important for maintaining the health of cells lining the blood vessel walls. Jeffrey. Kyriakos Varnava in chemistry. In New Zealand, the occurrence of antibiotic-resistant bacteria is increasing. In the last few decades, host defence antimicrobial peptides have emerged as potential therapeutics against multi-drug resistant pathogens. Kyriakos designed and synthesised novel antimicrobial peptides. Results from his investigations discovered a new family of potent antimicrobial peptides effective against drug-resistant bacterial biofilms. These promising results shed new light on the design principles for these important molecules. Congratulations. Jianan Wang in Geography. Jianan studied how to estimate above-ground carbon stocks in urban environments using satellite images and light detection and ranging data. He developed models utilising these advanced data sets to derive more accurate estimation and revealed how spatial resolution of the data sets affected the accuracy of the estimated above-ground carbon stocks of urban vegetation. Congratulations, Gina. Yadong Wang in Physics. Yadong investigated the fundamental dynamics of temporal cavity solitons in fibre ring resonators, including their formation mechanism, breathing behaviour and interactions. He discovered that stimulated Raman scattering imposes fundamental limits on both soliton duration and bandwidth. This result is important for the design of future chip-based silica microresonators. Yadong. Iresha Gayani Ratnaka Watagama Ralaja in Mathematics Education. Iresha investigated teacher factors influencing secondary mathematics teachers' design and implementation of digital technology tasks, including the role of small communities of inquiry using a case study approach within a design-based research methodology. Congratulations. Melissa Nicole Webby in Biological Sciences. Melissa's research improved our understanding of how viruses replicate. She studied Menangle virus, a bat-borne pathogen that is closely related to measles, mumps, and human parainfluenza viruses. Her work has helped us understand how these viruses protect and copy their RNA genome. Listen. Reuben Murray White in Chemistry. Reuben worked on the synthesis of enamide-containing natural products isolated from an endemic New Zealand ascidian. These compounds were shown to have anti-leukemia activity. He also synthesised a range of related compounds targeting PCPLC, which is an enzyme important in treatment-resistant cancers, and, by utilising molecular modelling and biological techniques, determined compounds of interest for further study. Congratulations, Reuben. Christopher John Wilcox in Chemistry. The World Health Organization recognises the urgent need for new antimicrobial agents to fight the serious global threat to human health posed by infections from drug-resistant superbugs. Chris investigated the binding of carbohydrates such as glucose onto antimicrobial conducting polymers to lure bacterial cells and kill them. The aim of his research was to further enhance the potency of conducting polymers towards bacterial cells. Chris, congratulations. Jerian Wu in Biological Sciences. Jerian investigated changes in structure and functional roles of soil, bacterial and fungal communities across a mountain elevational gradient and across different land use types. Her PhD explored how these communities respond to gradients in differing environmental variables. Her study improves our understanding of the likely response of soil microbial communities to the threat of climate change and anthropogenic disturbance. Jerian. And in absentia, all those other persons named in the official record qualified for the conferment of a degree or the award of a diploma in the Faculty of Science.
Teaching Excellence Awards. The university places considerable significance on excellence in teaching. It recognises this by making awards each year to teachers who have demonstrated excellence in aspects of teaching. These awards are contestable across the university and signify a truly superior achievement. An award for excellence in sustained excellence in teaching has been made to Dr. Andrew Luxton Riley from the Department of Computer Science within the Faculty of Science. I call upon a student of that faculty, Najeesh Khan, to read the citation for Dr. Andrew Luxton Riley.
I'm delighted that Associate Professor Andrew Luxton Riley is the recipient of the Teaching Excellence Award. I came across Andrew during my honors year as his student in the Computer Science 747 course for computing education. Within the first few lectures, he came across as an extremely learned, intelligent, and kind person. Prior to meeting Andrew, I never envisioned myself doing masters, but he changed my mind. I still remember receiving an email from him where he talked about how I doubted my educational capabilities and how capable I was to carry on further studies. And by the end of finishing his course, I had decided to carry on to do masters for the research project that I did within his course. The topic focused on making computer science more socially relevant to attract diverse groups. Stemming off this topic in 2016, I was invited to the Australasian Computing Education Conference in Canberra to present my research, an achievement I would have never accomplished if not for Andrew's perseverance. He contributes his time, efforts, and knowledge immensely not only towards students supervised by him or taught by him in his courses, but also to the human interaction research group during weekly meetings. During lectures, he challenged students to push their boundaries of current knowledge and learning skills, while keeping us grounded and in touch with the real world. Every lecture was extremely engaging, and every individual was inspired to build on their analytical and communication skills. Keeping up with Andrew's remarkable research style and high academic standards can prove to be a challenging yet extremely rewarding mission. Being guided and taught by Andrew has made me believe that I can use my education to make a real difference in society. I'm grateful to Andrew for the encouragement through the Computer Science 747 course, the guidance into taking up postgraduate study, and finally for the supervision of my master's thesis. As his student, I know that Andrew deserves this award, as he has shown me and my peers how exciting learning and research can be. On behalf of all your students, Andrew, congratulations, and thank you for being a great lecturer and mentor to all of us.
We are now nearing the end of this graduation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I invite all today's graduates to stand and receive the congratulations of us all. It is also an opportunity for the graduates to show their appreciation of their families and supporters and the staff of the university who have helped them as they achieved their qualifications. This concludes this meeting of Council and convocation of the University for the conferment of degrees and the award of diplomas. I now invite you to sing the first verse of God Defend New Zealand in Māori and then in English. The words are printed on the reverse of the program.
God of nations at thy feet.